first off, thanks to you and your police officers. I saw, I think it was a Q2 news story, that the Jewish community in Billings was very appreciative of your efforts to step up patrols following the horrific attack in Pennsylvania over the weekend. It may have been across the country, but it's good you're paying extra care and attention to folks back here in our own backyards as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly a tragedy in Pittsburgh, and anything we can do to support our neighbors, friends here in Billings, we're happy to do that. So, just a little bit of show of support.
Yeah. Of course, the president is off to Pittsburgh later this morning, as I understand it as well. So this hoax device, they're calling it. So it sounded like some crazy guy was speaking gibberish. He was talking with a Q2 news director, John Stepanek, a friend of ours, and John was like, "Hey, there's something weird going on here." Then the guy leaves some crazy-looking plastic device container. So John does the right thing, calls the police. What's the story? What happened? What do you know so far?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, Aaron. That person came to the back door, which is secured at Q2. John went out and asked him what he was doing, and got some unintelligible response. And then took off running, and as he did that, he dropped a plastic tote, one of the things that you might find in one's garage for storing things, so, pretty big. Inside it was a bunch of random items, computer keyboard, some scissors, some papers or whatnot. Out of an abundance of caution, when our officers got there, they took a look at it, decided that they probably ought to have the bomb squad take a look at it. We have some specialized equipment that allows us to do that safely. Q2 staff was asked to shelter in place, move away from the door and into the basement area. And our bomb squad deployed a robot with a tool that basically can remotely open that package. If there is an explosive device in it and it detonates, then we just have property damage, nobody hurt. It gives us an opportunity to tear that package open and see what's in there. And they saw just that, some components that potentially at first glance could be construed as an improvised explosive device or components thereof. No explosives, nothing hooked together, but certainly suspicious enough. And again, out of abundance of caution, we took a look at that. So
yeah,
we're very, very pleased that that it turned out to be nothing. A lot of those things are intended to disrupt business. It's a scare tactic. Then again, if you have somebody that is, unintelligible, speaking, gibberish, as you said, that you might be dealing with some sort of mental issue. But
yeah,
we took care of the problem, disrupted downtown a little bit, but got it taken care of. So very, very, very,
have
very
you
pleased.
Found this guy yet, or
not to my knowledge?
Okay. Is there surveillance? I'm assuming they're doing everything they can to try to track down this person down, figure out who it was. What does it seem like the motivations were here?
Well, when you target the media, who knows? You have a lot of rhetoric out there, both pro-media and anti-media, and so I don't know exactly what some of the literature was that was in the container. I did hear some religious writings. Don't know what that means, but again, sometimes when you're dealing with the mentally ill, assuming that that's what we're dealing with, you just have no idea what the thought process is. But at the end of the day, we were very fortunate that it turned out to be, what we're calling a hoax device.
Yeah. So it does look like, though, like the guy did want to deliver some sort of message or try to scare people at the newsroom, or is it?
Yeah, and when you have a hoax device, and if that's what it truly was, as aside from a bunch of components that look like it could be something. Generally, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to scare people, or you're trying to disrupt business, or both.
Yeah. All right. Well, keep us posted, or if we have pictures of the suspect that we can share on our Facebook pages, website, all that, would happy to help get the word out there. And hats off to our friends at Q2, by the way. They still did all their newscasts last night, uninterrupted, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. They did everything right. Again, the shelter in place is certainly a viable option on things. I mean, a lot of people think that you have, regardless of size of the device, that it's going to bring a building down, and that's not the case. You look at construction, whether it's brick, whether it's wood, whether it's stucco, and it provides a lot of protection. And so, get away from windows, things that can shatter or whatnot in case it does go off. But at the end of the day, it all ended up very well, and we'll continue to investigate.